Head of technology. So it was not one promotion, it was not two promotion. He gave me three promotion and put me as a head of technology there. So that's the possibilities or the opportunities, right? So every day I used to enjoy being visualize myself as a head of technology or a head of some tech thing. So it happened within 2 to 3 months. So that's what the miracles.
I got an opportunity at Nyaya for a fellowship, just a 1 year fellowship, where they were requiring lawyers with 2 to 3 years of experience. But again, because I had started preparing for UPSC, I didn't have that 3 years of strong litigation experience. But didn't make any judgment, didn't make any conclusion. I applied for it, and among lots of applications from across Karnataka, I was selected. Only 6 spots open. I got selected, and others were like 28, 20 plus years of experience, and that was definitely a manifestation.
I got 10 points in my 10th standard because I have deliberately manifested my reality because of my thought pattern, because of my belief systems, because of my emotions.
When I was applying for job, it aligned with these 5 sutras of manifestation. So I was very focused on what I want. I wanted a government job, so I was very focused. No limiting beliefs, focus, openness, and continuous action. It was all into surrender and acceptance and gratitude where I was, and I just gave the exam with full surrenderance. Now when I look back, I see that all the state of my mind and everything, thoughts and feelings, aligned with these 5 sutras of manifestation.
Happy morning, good evening, and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another session of Presence today. So, friends, I am Lata Kota. I live in Albany, New York. And I have been doing this meditation now from 2021. During the pandemic time, I started doing this meditation. I was before that, I never ever thought of doing meditation. I don't even I haven't imagined that I will be coming and doing this meditation before. But at the time of pandemic, friends, I started listening to various spiritual talks and discourses. I wasn't particularly searching for anything, but I was simply curious, trying to find peace and peace of mind in those challenging times, friends. So, and when I'm listening all those things, among all the words I heard, one word deeply touched me is dhyana, which means meditation. But I didn't fully understand what it meant. And so, and also, I don't know how to do this meditation and where to begin, or something inside me awakened me at that time. But I wasn't quite sure what to do. But I was like a quiet. It was like a quiet voice whispering, like, I want to experience meditation. Friends, that single thought, simple, sincere, and powerful, it became the seed of transformation, friends. And I don't at that time I don't have any clear plan, but the intention to meditate stayed strong with me, and I kept thinking about it. And I would imagine myself sitting peacefully, eyes closed, experiencing calmness and inner silence. That thought slowly began to grow stronger, and it started guiding my actions. So I realized later that this was the power of thought in action. And when we hold a thought deeply with emotion, belief, and consistency, the universe begins to respond. Circumstances start aligning, people appear at the right time, and guidance comes naturally, friends. This is moreover like a manifestation. I really want to experience the meditation, and that the intention, the it's not like a wish, it's an intention, like I want to do no matter what it is. Like I don't care how I'm going to do, but I just want to do. And that is the exactly what happened to me. And my sincere thought to experience meditation led me to a great spiritual master, Chandra Sir. I am very grateful towards Chandra Sir and Vani Madam. Meeting him was a blessing and turning point in my life, friends. His calm presence, clear wisdom, and loving guidance helped me understand the true meaning of meditation. Under his mentorship, I began my practice sincerely. And at first, it wasn't easy, my dear friends. My mind was full of thoughts, memories, plans, worries, constantly wandering all over the place. I sometimes I even had very hard time how to hold all those things and then sit in the meditation. But with that Chandra Sar's, sometimes I recall Chandra Sar's sessions, like what he says. Like he always tell us, like, just when you are having a lot of thoughts, you just go and observe your breath. So that's what I have done. But these thoughts really not able to sit for more than 10 minutes or so. But later onwards, I was able to sit an hour and more also, friends. And also manifestation in my life after I came into this meditation, I am seeing a lot of inner joy. Not only that, in my family also, the way we with my children, the perspective changed, and I started understanding their perspective also. And since when I started understanding their perspective, and when I having all those clarity in my inner self, and the communication with the children became very beautiful, friends. And that was a very wonderful experience I had in my life after I came into the meditation. And not only that, my health point of view, my mindset, everything changed, friends. My mindset, like, I usually, if someone says something, I take into personally, and then I used to feel bad a lot. I keep on thinking about it, and I always oh, maybe because of this one it happened, I'm the reason, those type of feelings always makes me feel low. But after I came into the meditation and attending all these sessions, and along with the meditation, when I started gaining the knowledge and wisdom, how the things has been changed to me, to the way I'm taking things personally. I kept completely shifted from that situation to other situation. Like, if someone says something, I don't take personally. And now I started thinking, like, we never know, maybe because they said that because of their state of mind. We don't know what is their state of mind at that particular time when they are talking with us, or when they are saying something to us, right, friends? So that kind of understanding came to me, and then I started thinking in their perspective. And once I started doing that one, friends, it became so helpful for me. And I started understanding them. When they say something, I don't say anything. I just think this way, and I'll just move on from there. So that way, what happened was slowly the relation between other person with me also changed, and they are like, when they want to say something, they stop and give it a pause and think before they say something to me. That was really a great change I saw with myself, friends. And also mentally, I became more emotional balance is there, like, comparatively before meditation and after meditation. I don't react for every small thing. If something happens, I just uh, think about it and try to find the solutions instead of reacting to the situation, friends. And that was very wonderful. And now my kids also, like my children, they always come if they have any challenge in their work or school or anywhere. They just come and talk to me, and because they know that, okay, my mom provide nice suggestions. Instead of reacting, they also started thinking like, okay, let me talk with my mom. And then they come to me, they share everything, friends. They share with me, and they get some advices. Whether they follow or not, that it doesn't matter. If they come and ask me something, I just provide the advice and say, if I am in your place, I do this way, but there are many other ways you can take, and it's your choice, and see how you feel, but you can think about it. So that way, when I started talking in that way, they keep on coming to me, and then they talk with me, and they are more open with me, because they are more confident that, okay, my mom, instead of yelling at us, she provides she will be helpful for us. And that kind of situation started coming in my family. And once the situation is there, friends, like, the relation between every one of us was so wonderful. We always laugh, talk, and discuss all the things. And that is really um, uh, a great experience in my life, friends. And the relationship with friends, families, everyone. The meditation that led us to help us to drive in the direction that what is right and what is wrong, and it give the clarity for us, friends. And the manifestation is also like, when you sit in the meditation, if you have something to do in your want to gain something in your life, manifesting, the way that we manifest, it is basically getting clear ourselves, like what we need, why we want that one. That kind of understanding also came with this meditation and all these books, and Chandra Sar's wisdom notes. So a lot of information, friends. And I am really happy and grateful to Chandra Sar and towards Buddha CEO, because the way I am here, like, the way I am now, and the inner peace that I am getting, and the happiness, the joy, and everything is all because of the meditation that I am doing and the guidance that I got. And I'm so grateful to Buddha CEO Foundation, friends. And thank you so much for giving this opportunity.
Beautiful sharing by Master Lata Madam from Albany. So friends, let's get into meditation. Today we'll talk about, we've been hearing this, and yesterday we heard significantly when we understood the life of Patriji, or I would say, at least we heard, listened to some of the experiences with Patriji. The fundamental core principle of meditation as we practice is to realize our thoughts and feelings create our reality. That we are our creators. We create everything that we are experiencing. It's not somebody else responsible. So to understand that, and how do we manifest, there is science behind it, right? And we'll understand some set processes that we can go through in the next 3-4 days, how we can consistently create what we want, and the whole process behind it. So but before that, let's get into meditation, friends. As every day, the practice is breath mindfulness meditation or anapanasati. The goal is to empty our mind, and the way to do it is by observing our simple natural breath. Close our eyes. Can we put up the slides, Priyanka? We observe a simple natural breath as we close our eyes and clasp our fingers into fingers, cross our legs at the ankle, and observe simple natural breath. And thoughts, if when we recognize we are getting or we are in the midst of thoughts, all we do is bring back our attention to the breath. By doing this, we come completely into the present moment and stay with it as long as we can, right? And experience that emptiness. And before that, we do what is called as heart elevation, where we bring up elevated emotions. One of the core aspects of our manifestation is to experience the feeling, right? Everything, we are an electromagnetic entity, so feelings are a magnetic field. It creates a magnetic field around us. So we bring up these positive emotions, love, gratitude, compassion, the elevated emotions, let me put it that way, which helps us to move into a higher emotions, higher energy. And we experience that for a significant period of time. I mean, not a few minutes, about 3 to 4 minutes. And as we experience those higher emotions, we experience or imagine that energy spreading to everyone and everybody, right? Everything, everybody, we connect with everything and everybody, or at least to share that with somebody. You feel grateful to somebody, you feel compassionate to somebody, share that, and then feel that connection. We spend there for some time to help us to become coherent in our brain and mind, and then we'll go into anapanas. All right, friends, relax.
Dear friends, dear masters, with a great intention to connect with ourselves, I'd like you to keep your hands on your chest area and with your eyes closed, specs removed, rest your attention on your beautiful heart, and with a relaxing breath, connect with your heart center. With that slow, relaxing breath, connect with the center of all emotions, which is nurturing all life. With its higher vibrations, your heart center. the seat of all emotions. Feel it. Connect with your heart center. Feel the beat, the rhythm of this loving heart, which is constantly helping you experience life greatly with its emotions of love, compassion, kindness, gratitude, joy. Can you move yourself into a higher emotion by simply imagining or bringing up an experience from your past of love, of joy, of gratitude, of compassion? Relive that moment and feel that energy and allow yourself to direct that energy onto everything and everyone on this planet to help them heal, to help them elevate their understanding of life. Relive that moment and feel that energy and allow yourself to spread that energy to everything and everyone by making an intention. Where you place your attention, there you place your energy. Feel. We are all deeply interconnected. Deep inside, we are specks of energy, intricately connected with each other. Love, compassion, kindness, joy are all the ways to experience that connection, to move into coherence between body, mind, and this energy, the field. Feel. And slowly, let's go into breath mindfulness meditation. With your fingers into fingers, hands comfortably rested in your lap. Resting your attention at the root of your nose or anywhere on the nose. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. at that point. We are going into powerful group meditation. Observe your natural in-breath and the out-breath. No sounds in the mouth, no forms of any kind in the mind. Meditation is not imagination, is not visualization. Meditation is to empty the mind, observe the breath, and allow yourself to slowly notice the mind becoming less and less of thought. Calming, relaxing. As your mind is becoming empty, allow yourself to go into that emptiness, calmness inside of you, all around you. That's energy. When the mind becomes empty, all that energy is channelized into the present moment. Allow yourself to merge into your breath. And allow yourself to experience that greater calmness, emptiness. All emptiness is energy. This is the limitless field of energy, the quantum field of existence. The longer you stay connected to this field of emptiness, the more you resting your mind, the more you dissolve your past. The longer you are in this emptiness energy, that blackness, the more aware you become, the more mindful you become, and be in the present. area less matter, more emptiness and energy. The longer you stay merged into this field of emptiness, the more insightful you become, the more miraculous experiences you draw into your life, the more meaningful experiences you influence in your physical reality. Stay aware of that emptiness, the darkness, the field of no body, of no thing, the field of light. This is your greater mind. The more you are in this field of emptiness, the more inspired you become, the more intuitive you become. Friends, it's truly an honor and privilege to be exploring higher aspects of life at this time of history. Many are not so blessed. Can you express gratitude to all things and everyone? Express your gratitude to your parents for giving this beautiful connection to life. Be grateful to your teachers and mentors for expanding your knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge leads to many newer experiences. Give thanks to everyone in your life, your family, friends, colleagues, relatives, partners, for helping you learn many things, for helping you experience many things in life. Be deeply grateful to this beautiful nature, the mineral kingdom, the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom, the angelic kingdom, for filling our lives with inspiration, beauty, energy, and more. Give thanks to everything you use, the technology, all the companies, government systems that support and make our life so comfortable. Gratitude to yourself for caring for you, for caring for others, and gratitude to this intelligent universe for helping us experience this life. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed.
Recollect your experiences from the session. How did you feel? What did you see? What have you experienced? And whenever you're ready, with your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, you may open your eyes.
Okay, friends. Every meditation helps us to intensify our intention. Give a lot of energy to the intention that we want to create from. For every creation, intention is the starting point. So hope you had a wonderful meditation. So we'll understand the core principle of manifestation. How do we scientifically following certain principles, how do we manifest when I applied these principles, I recognized that this is something that if we follow, it can lead to a great life's experiences. So this is, while it is set of principles to manifest what we want, but these principles in my experience is a way we truly become unlimited, to experience whatever and to grow in our life. So let's understand this, and we'll the next few sessions will expand in some of these core principles. So the first aspect, or the first principle of manifestation science, is to develop focus or one-point mindedness. While this is fairly straightforward in the concept, it's that for us to create anything, you need to be highly focused. But there's little more to it, and how meditation helps, we'll understand that. The second principle is to develop openness to possibilities. We start with understanding that anything is possible. Nothing is impossible, as our dear mentor Karthikeyan sir says. There's nothing impossible. And there's quantum physics principle which tells us that the whole field is with infinite potentials, infinite possibilities. So if quantum physics says the manifestation of matter comes from observation in this field of infinite possibilities, so we can choose anything, it's possible. So that is the second principle. The third is to visualize, to help bring our focus on what we want. So visualization process we'll understand. Next classes, we'll also see how we can create vision board and bring essentially our goals, what we want, bring clarity into what we want. Everything is about this manifestation, is everything about what we want to experience. It's not about specific goal, but essentially what experience in life we want. And the fourth, and probably for me the most transforming or the most fulfilling part of this process, is this whole reprogramming limiting beliefs. If you understand that as 90% of what we live is through our subconscious programs, subconscious driven experiences, for us to make any change, we need to reprogram those. If our beliefs are limiting us, if I want to go out and enjoy in rain, and yet if my core belief is that if I get wet, I'll catch cold, I'll get sick, that's the core belief that I have, then of course I will stop experiencing it, because those belief is limiting it. So reprogramming limiting beliefs, again, there are many some things that we can do to help reprogram, and meditation at the core is helping us. And the fifth principle is to accept and express gratitude. Again, a most fundamental principle which helps us to recognize that today's reality is based on what we thought and felt in our past. So we accept. However, there is so many things that we can be grateful for, and that expressing the gratitude is fundamentally helping us to attract what we are grateful for. So we'll understand this. So starting with developing focus and one-point mindedness. We all have some intentions, we all have some goals, but then we start wavering as we go through life. You start with an intention that, okay, I want to be disciplined, or I want to be let's say I want to buy a car. Now, you may be thinking of that car. If you don't realize why you want that car, and it's probably a little expensive, then as you go, you may have a strong intention, but then suddenly you start hearing from someone, hey, this car has a lot of, it's very expensive to maintain, and there is so much. Why do you want to drive this car when you are living in this traffic? And a lot of those things, suddenly you start wavering and saying, hey, maybe I why buy this car? So our focus continues to shift and say, no, let me do something else. You want to get a great job, you want to have a specific job that you have in mind, but then you hear that economy is going down and then things are not looking good. So you hear that in the news and suddenly your focus shifts and say, no, hey, maybe this is not for me. Maybe this is not what I want. So our focus continues to shift because you cannot hold on to that whatever intention very strongly. Meditation helps us to bring clarity to that intention and hold on to that focus. Be very focused. It's like this. When you want to have a 40 or 100 watt bulb will throw a lot of light, but it cannot cut a glass. However, the same 100 watt, this one, which is highly focused as a laser beam, and of course it can cut through glasses or even metal sheets. Because the focus on something brings a lot of energy into that single goal, single item that we want to do. Otherwise, if it's like a bulb, everything is dispersed, a lot of energy. While we want this, while we want that, we want to buy a house, then we also want to get something else. So our energy is always getting dissipated with, when we lack focus. Now, this focus also doesn't happen because as we go through life, we experience many things. If you don't have great health, for example, we encounter some health. You want to go on trek in Himalayas and you're practicing it and you're getting ready for it. And suddenly, some health goes off. What happens? Then you start thinking, oh, maybe it's not possible for me. You can't have, you can't experience going into the mountains or experiencing nature when your health is saying, no, you cannot go out. you want to have great work experience. You want to grow, well at work, but then too often getting sick or not being able to. My migraine headache used to be like that. Many times I would suffer migraine and I couldn't just attend. I would just give an excuse and just get out of those meetings, even if it were important, because I couldn't just sit, let alone participate. It became so difficult. Cough, the migraine, I mean the bronchial, this one, when it comes, I would just avoid it going into meetings. So physical health will help us to stay focused. When we are strong in physical health, we need a lot of energy to be focused. End of the day, if you're tired and this one, then what will happen? You just don't want to do anything. Coming into meditation, for me, I realized I don't need so much of sleep, yet I'll be very, very, very energetic. I could have a meeting early in the morning and then go for a meeting at 12, and yet I would be so energetic. And the moment I lay down for sleep, I'll be just going to deep sleep. So I can be focused in what I'm doing instead of thinking, okay, I no longer, I just have to survive through this meeting. So great health, physical health, energy, the sound mind. You want to have a lot of mental alert, mental wellness. You need to feel good about what you're doing. If you're trying to put down fires, for me, it used to be like this. If I open my emails, I would just dread which customer or which team is escalating. We're always dreading that. If in that state, I cannot work in a great enjoyment. So it's always trying to defend. Okay, well, if this escalation comes, what can I do? How do I save my myself or my team? Rather than trying to create something new, to always to be afraid of what's coming. So sound mind is important, and it's meditation, of course, brings all of this. Mind powers should be, you want to be able to learn something new. If you want to create something, you want to be learning new. When we talk about AI, we talk about so many things now, and many are worried about it. However, with meditation, our neuroplasticity develops. There are a lot of studies on it. We develop a lot of growth mindset. Our ability to learn new significantly increases with meditation. So instead of being afraid of something new, because you want to enjoy and create something new, you also have the ability to learn something new. You start, since I came into meditation, I've read or listened to at least 300, 400 books. While earlier, I could do it only maybe, once or one or two books or handful of books in the entire year. So the ability, our ability, learning ability, grasping ability, we've learned this in the week 2. How the cortical region increases significantly, the growth with meditation. The Sarah Laser study from Harvard. And of course, and finally, the emotional regulation. If somebody tells you something, you are presenting something, and somebody picks some point out of you, if you are not able to hold on to that emotion, And we start either trying to defend or, and just not able to manage in that situation. But today, I mean, with meditation, and many of you, if you've been practicing meditation for some time, you can probably type in, if you felt that now you can handle any emotions. You don't feel disturbed when somebody critiques you or somebody tells something. Instead, we take it more positively and say, maybe there is something that I can learn from there. Because all of this, friends, is to help us to stay focused on what we want. It's not just about the concentration. Focus is not just about being able to concentrate on one thing, but being able to manage everything so that we don't get derailed from what we want. And meditation is fundamentally helping us to stay in that, and great physical health, highly energetic, create a lot of mental wellness, and of course emotional regulation. A lot of studies have shown this. The second aspect, and this is important, we talk about is developing to be having openness to possibilities. You want a great job, but then the moment you hear that AI is taking away a lot of jobs, and suddenly you say, oh, will I get, maybe let me stay where I am. If I try to find something new, then maybe my job won't be safe. Now, there may be, we fall into a lot of generalizations trap. Openness to possibilities means, if in this field of infinite possibilities, if I need one job, something that I want, is it not possible? We create that, artificial possibilities based on the news that we hear or what others say around us. But is it possible or not? That's a question that we have to ask. Is it even possible that I want some type of a job or some form of, let's say you want to pick up a project. You want to start a project. Now you hear somebody that your company or your organization is doing something else, and then you start wondering, will my project be accepted? Will my project get approved? Because they're focusing on something else. The point you have to ask is it even 0.0001% possible or not? Because ultimately, as long as it is in the field of possibility, because we determine our possibility based on only our experience. So we have to just ask and say, is it in that infinite field of possibilities, is one possibility there or not? So if that is there, then we stay open to it. Because from there, we figure things out. We attract many possibilities of how it will happen. But if we shut ourselves down and say, this is not at all possible, then we turn off that possibility from happening to us. So we need this understanding that it is possible. Might seem improbable, but in the field of possibilities, this is possible, at least one. We may not know how now, but it is possible. So that we have to be open to those possibilities. There are cases where salespeople who would have maybe the customer said no for a sale, and that person, even after that no, he still was open to say it's possible, and he started working on the contract. The customer had announced that the deal had gone to somebody else. Now he was open, and a few days later the customer came back and said they found something in that other vendor, and because of that they had cancelled it. Now isn't that possible? We may have shut down thinking that the customer has already announced that deal and we don't get it. But if you are open to it, even after that last stage, there is a possibility. So we have to be open. That is where the second principle comes. The third aspect is to visualize. When we talk about our goals, what we want to create, what we truly want is the experience. When we want a new car, we want to experience that comfort. We want to experience, of being able to move in a comfortable way from one place to another. We want to be able to go hassle-free without getting impacted, the car breaking down. We want a new job. What we essentially want is to experience, to learn more. We want to do something new. We want to be creating something new. You want to be enjoying working with a certain type of people, the certain type of work. That is what you want to experience. Enjoy that freedom of doing something new. Feel excited about impacting somebody, helping somebody. So a job is not just a job or some a transaction. It's something, the experience you want to have. Want to have that freedom when we are financially stable. When we are abundant, you have the freedom. That freedom is what you want to experience. So everything is about an experience of a future that we want. So when we talk about visualizing, first thing is to be clear of what experience you want to have. When we started this company, we visualize how every corporate employee or leader is fully empowered and enjoying and thriving and creating effortlessly, meditating, becoming compassionate to one another. And that is what we visualize, because that when that happens, that feeling of gratitude, the feeling of happiness is what I want to experience, what we want to experience. At Buddha's Yoga Quantum Foundation, that is what we want to see. When everyone meditates, see their lives transformed. People saying, my life changed because I got meditation. And this higher understanding. People doing things that they never imagined they could before. So these are the experiences we visualize, because that is what we want. And the key is in this whole process is when we visualize the experience as if it's already happened, because that is a feeling that we want to see, want to experience. When you have a big house, if that's the goal, what is the experience you will have living there? what kind of new experience you want to have, which you won't have got with, when you didn't have the big house. So that clarity comes of why you want what you want with meditation. And then you visualize those experiences. Keep that focused to hold on to that dream, to hold on to that goal. We continue to visualize those experiences as if it's already happened, not with, having even an iota of doubt. Our subconscious wants to be clear that we have that experience already. Our mind doesn't distinguish between what is it sees with the physical eyes versus what it sees through our mental eyes, which is what we are visualizing. It treats equally as true. And the more we program our subconscious through those visualization, the more strongly we attract. So this is the third sutra. And the fourth, friends, is reprogramming limiting beliefs. We carry a lot of limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs comes when we have a lot of experiences, conditioning, the assumptions that we make. When we start with a goal, then suddenly doubts creep up. You have a big goal. I want to start a company. And then suddenly doubts start creeping in. Oh, I didn't come from, I come from a middle class family. I come from a small town. I don't have business background. I don't have enough network of people. These are some of the limiting beliefs that I carried, by the way. Now, when our beliefs are limiting us, our goal, we cannot be strong. We cannot hold on to that dream for long. So how do we reprogram them? That's where meditation comes in. First, meditation helps us to first recognize our limiting beliefs. When I was trying to visualize and trying to look at having running a successful company, suddenly I started becoming aware, because meditation brings a lot of awareness as you consistently practice. And I started observing that these are the thoughts that comes, these are the feelings that comes, that I don't come from business background. I don't come from a lot of money in the bank or network of people that I know of. So to reprogram, first of all, we need to have a higher understanding. Our perception has to change. Reading a lot of books, the right kind of books, will significantly help. Among those 300 books that I was talking about, many like Jerry and Esther Hicks, Law of Attraction books, Vortex, and many other such books, Seth books on our nature of personal reality, Wayne Dyer's Power of Intention. So many books help me recognize that my thoughts and beliefs are not necessarily right belief. There is no right or wrong belief. That's the other thing that I understood. There is no good belief, bad belief. There is no right belief or wrong belief. Any belief that doesn't support my goal or what I want to create, then that is just a limiting belief. I just need to change it. So when I started understanding this and recognized, then all I have to do was look at somebody who has become a very successful businessman or entrepreneur, in spite of coming from middle class or with no network, with no business background, family not having business experience. And I found many examples and said, if they could do it, I can do it. So we reprogram and we affirm when after the meditations, and then so that our subconscious starts believing that, hey, this is possible, and change our mindset. And I realized the moment I started doing it, everything fell into place. So reprogramming limiting beliefs, and again, they're wonderful. And this is a step that no matter what stage you are in your meditation journey, whether you are a beginner, you are a highly experienced practitioner, this is something that we can continuously practice, because our environment is continuously feeding us information, and we continue to accept many beliefs. So no matter what stage you are in, we can look at what beliefs that we are carrying, and is there something that is stopping us from moving forward in our what we want. If so, then we change it, because it's our thoughts and feeling which is creating reality. It's not the external environment. We are attracting those external environment. So the fourth and then the fifth and the final one, friends, it's the most important one, is accepting and expressing gratitude. In this process of manifestation, we start, looking at what's happening today, and suddenly we feel, hey, manifestation is not working. I apply for 10 jobs, but I didn't get any response. Now, today's situation, we recognize that is based on our past thoughts and feelings. If in the past we have had a lot of doubts, a lot of things saying, limitations that we carried, of course, it has to come out, because that is also true. If you had strongly rejected a possibility in the past, then that means you had created that reality. It's not possible. So that comes out as a reality today. Now, the most empowering part of it is, while today is based on the past, my tomorrow is based on my today's thoughts and feelings. So all I have to do is accept today and continue to hold on to my dream, hold on to my goals. Because tomorrow's reality is based on what I think and feel today. And that is in complete control of myself. So we feel grateful for everything. There's so much to be grateful for. I'm so grateful to a colleague, Madam Shashikala, who brought meditation to Cognizant, where I was working. I had absolutely no idea about meditation, and I didn't know if would have looked for meditation otherwise. I would, but I'm so grateful for her, because she decided and she felt that Cognizant, since she was experiencing the benefits, she said, why don't I bring it to and approach HR for organizing this program. I'm so grateful. I may not have met her later, but I'm ever grateful for that, because life transformed after it. So we can be grateful for so many things. The entire life, there's so much to be grateful for. And of course, from the manifestation principle, what we are grateful for, we attract. So we we express gratitude for the future goal that we, as if it's already happened. Thank you. Thank you for everyone who joined this program, because it is helping me experience my purpose, so that they are getting those meditation, they're getting this wisdom. The more we are grateful, the more we attract. So friends, just to conclude before we move, and we'll go in some of these processes in little more detail in next sessions. 5 principles, if we and it's not like a one after the other, it's just about we continue to do all of this, being focused with the one point mindedness, and meditation is a greatest tool for us to be focused, being open to possibilities, knowing that it's just one thing that can make it possible. Then we are open to it. Visualizing your future, being able to dream, because our mind movie is what we are attracting. So that experience, what we want, we continue to visualize and create and feed our subconscious, seed our subconscious mind with that mind movie. 4th is to reprogramming limiting beliefs. First, recognize what is the limiting beliefs that I'm carrying, which is stopping me, and then change that to help reprogram our own subconscious. And finally, accepting and expressing gratitude. So thank you, friends. We continue to work on ourselves. The single most truth that I found in this whole meditation practice is the ability to work on myself. Today, there is no blame. If things are not happening according to what I was expecting or I want, I look at what is it in me that I have to change. It's not my team who is responsible. It's not my, it's not people who are responsible. It's not my family who is responsible. What is it that in me that I'm attracting? What is it that I can change? And which is what is rewarding, because I know I can, I'm becoming better every day, because I recognize, hey, this is something I have to let go. This is something that I need to change. I need to feel grateful for many more things. So these are the things that is helping, and these 5 sutras are truly, truly helping us grow. And you'll start seeing these as you practice them as well, friends. So thank you. And any announcements, Priyanka?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Dear friends and masters, for any queries or for more any informations, you people can contact the number I have texted in the chat. India number also mentioned and US number also mentioned. You can call or WhatsApp through that number, and as well as you can email also using that mail IDs. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Sir,
So
may I
please.
share something regarding manifestation?
Yes. But I just want to hear if there are any questions or anyone want to share.
Sure. Yeah.
Anyone wants to ask any questions, please raise your hands or type in the chat. Meanwhile, yes, go ahead. Okay.
Yeah. Good evening, dear friends and masters. Good morning and good afternoon. I have achieved my multiple things by doing meditation and manifestation. In very few days, I'm going to Australia. That's one great news I wanted to share with you guys. This is thing I achieved by using this manifestation technique, whatever Rakesh sir has explained till now. And apart from that, that gratitude, what he explained at the last point, that one before coming to meditation only, I experienced in a great way. My second child, she was 1 year, 10 months old. By the time she was facing HUS, hemolytic uremic syndrome, that is a multiple organ disease. So her both of the kidneys were damaged in acute 3 level. By the time all her antibodies are contaminated, entire blood system got collapsed. So we are having very less hopes on her life. Even doctor also has not assured about her health. By the time one of my relative has suggested me about the gratitude thing, so I started writing the gratitude letters to universe. Multiple letters I have written, and this visualization technique, I was not aware about this before. Still, as per her suggestion, I started visualizing like she is playing with my elder son. She is happily dancing, playing, enjoying in home. She is healthy, like that and all. I was visualizing, and I started writing letter to universe. Thank you, universe, for giving blessed with great health to my child. Whatever came in my mind. So after a few letters, I started hearing the positive response from her, as well as doctors also are saying her reports are coming in a better way, like that. In very few days, she got discharged, and she is doing very nicely now. We are not having any complaints on her health nowadays. Even recently, he spoke about that, like only 2 people will survive in out of 10, like that. It's very rare disease, like that. The doctor was explaining, and I'm really blessed. Thank you, universe. Even now, also, I want to uh, feel gratitude with the universe. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the chance to expressing my experience. Thank you.
Wonderful. Yes, gratitude is an amazing um, emotion and energy to express and be connected with. Thank you, Priyanka, for sharing. And it is something that there's a lot of science behind it, because we are electromagnetic. We create a lot of electromagnetic field around us. Please do read Mind to Matter book and You Are a Placebo. It's a two great books to fully understand what happens scientifically. When we express gratitude, what happens? How do we create a field of influence, field of attraction? And of course, the whole aspect of being, the mind to matter, the visualization, and being open to possibilities. All these are beautifully explained. You Are a Placebo and Mind to Matter. Yes, Mind Lemon.
Sir, is this class conducted every 40 days, sir? 40 days or how, sir? Success, I mean, I can join in next class also. Is it
Yes,
possible for me?
you stay fully now. Just experience this fully. I'm sure we have a lot of programs that we continue to do.
I'm unable to participate daily, sir. That's why I'm asking.
Participate as much as you can.
Okay, sir.
You don't worry about whether the program is there next or not.
Okay, sir.
Right?
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you,
It's a
sir.
choice. We continue to learn.
Mm.
For me, even after this 5 years, I continue to join, because it's not just me teaching. I learn when Chandra sir talks about, because there's something that I pick up for my own journey. These principles are, in many of these concepts, help us to recognize so much about our own self. So as much as you can, stay with it, but there's nothing. Again, there's the Patrici's core concept: no hurry, no worry. You don't. There's nothing missing out. If you have a strong intention, what is required will come to us. But we have to be very, very strong in our intention. My first 40 days, that's something that I observed. After a few days, when I made a really strong commitment saying that I would like to fully explore this, I'm finding it interesting, but I want to fully explore this. It's a commitment that I made. So happened that many meetings would just get cancelled when this program would happen. The conflicting meetings would just get cancelled. Or I get a mail, maybe you don't have to attend because we'll have somebody else join. So we choose. Yesterday we heard from Patriji, it's a law of choice. All right. So feel free, madam. Don't have to stress yourself. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Have somebody else. Anybody else? Somebody else wanted to? Yes. Yes, Mangalam.
Hi, sir. How do we recognize the limiting beliefs? Most of the time, it is really, we are so attuned to it that it doesn't come to our awareness. So, how do we exactly catch ourselves with the limiting beliefs?
Meditation. Increasing your practice is the best way.
Okay.
When we consistently practice meditation, one of the first thing that comes is increase in awareness. Awareness about our own thoughts, feelings, and a lot of awareness about what's happening around. Breath mindfulness meditation develops two things. One is attention, and second is awareness. When you are aware about many things, you also have the ability to pay attention to one thing at a time.
Okay.
That's how I realized. Many things we start recognizing. Start observing your own thoughts, feelings. Right, madam?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Rakesh, this is Aditya here.
Yes, Aditya.
So, first thing that I'm really grateful that I enrolled into this 40 days program and I really like it. Initially, I was not able to follow the instructions, but slowly as I'm regularly doing it, so now I'm feeling that I have little bit more alertness and my mind is active. And one thing is really important, which is a change. I mean, I do not need that that longer hours of sleep. I want to continue with this state of mind. How I mean, because sometimes what happens that I feel that will I lose this alertness? Because I really feel very good that I'm enrolled into this program and want to continue in that state of mind. So is it because sometimes in past I did other meditations as well, but after few days that the rhythm or the state of mind that goes away. So I hope that I would like continue with this and probably it will improve actually further.
Consistency,
Yeah.
practice. long as we continue the practice, it happens. It's like eating food, eating your breakfast, brushing your teeth, having your bath. You add this, then it will stay.
Yeah.
And the more as we practice, we learn more and more. Understanding, increase our understanding, then it will only grow.
Thank you. What's the next state after this? I mean, should we know that, or it will come after automatically?
There is infinite to experience.
Exactly. Yeah. So, yeah. But how, I mean, when we progress, right? So
there is no higher or lower. Everything is experience, but then we'll only, the moment you have an understanding, when you have learned something, then you move to what next, whatever next that you want to experience. For me, it may be about creating this great community of meditators.
Yeah.
Wanting to utilize my understanding or knowledge of technology to take it to everyone. Because I want to experience that gratitude. I want to experience that feeling of oneness with everyone. And for you, it could be something else, but that will come to you when you're practicing meditation. What is the clarity that you need for what you want to continue? That will come. We are unique purpose. We'll understand this in the next in the next 2-3 weeks. About understanding a purpose. How do we figure out our purpose? There's purpose, the current purpose, and then there's a purpose of why we are here in this lifetime. So you understand your current purpose, why, and then you continue to work on yourself. That's all it is.
Thank you. I have one last question if you have time.
Yes, please.
Okay. For manifestation, sometimes whenever I have a goal for which I did this manifestation practice 2 years back, but that didn't happen. And again, I mean, it's not like I do not have capability or I do not have a financial things, but I mean, I can manifest that, but somehow that manifestation is not happening. So, and then there is a limiting belief that whether I really deserve that thing or does not deserve. So should I be worried about it, or should I just go into that, okay, I need this? Because sometimes it might not be in your destiny, right? That you are not, I mean, it might not be in your destiny, but you are forcing the universe to give it to you.
So this process, we'll please go through these processes the next few days. I mean, running this whole mind movie, visualizing, you recognize what is the feeling that you're getting. Everything is about the feeling that you're having, right? If that visualization of your experience, future experience, is continuing to bring that higher emotions within you, then you can stay with it, because that is a great indication if whether it's part of what you truly want to be. Okay. So this process, again, stay with this in the program. We'll understand, and then there will be there's one exclusive program on manifestation, which is little longer, where we go little much deeper. You can check it out in the app called Elevate Your Energy, where you'll understand a bit more about it. But essentially, it is about having a feeling of whether that goal is right for you.
Got it. So basically, that feeling will come beforehand, and then I would get it manifested.
Yes. So you feel great, and you want, when you want a visualizing your experience that you want to have, and during that time, are you having that feeling also come, not just that thought?
Yeah.
Right. So go with that.
Sure. Thank you so much. I mean, that really clarifies, because the feeling, that's very important. Yeah.
Right. And whether you deserve or not, that is something, again, there is please do read Conversation with God. a lot of this starts getting clear, become clear, and a lot of these limiting beliefs go away when we increase our understanding. Reading Conversation with God was a big enlightenment moment for me.
Thank you so much. I'm going to order that right now. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Sir, there are few questions in the chat.
Okay.
Dr. RR is saying, I am getting some clarity in doing things, but sometimes I attract negativity in some situations.
We stay with it. That is, every situation is helping us to learn something about ourselves. So there's some what we call as negativity, then there's something that within us we have to change. So we look at every moment as an opportunity to learn. This again, I mean, I'll repeat this. Conversation with God will help us recognize this. Why we go through certain experiences. The Law of Attraction, another great book that we know, Jerry and Esther Hicks. Because we are a field of electromagnetic signals. What we are vibrating, what we are experiencing is what we are attracting. So it's okay to experience. It's not bad that we experience some things that we don't want. The only thing we look at is what can I learn from it? And as we increase our understanding, then we change that. We change that feeling and then move beyond. Again, I mean, without understanding a specific, I not be able to, but please do reach out. Talk to a facilitator, help, and can guide you specifically with your situation.
One more question from Manjula SD. Want to know about gratitude and universe, how it works. Why people think about meditation when they are having any problem, why it will not be routine.
Yes, we call it as meditation as medication. Yes, some people look at, okay, I have a problem, okay, I'll come to meditation, I'll solve it, and then I say, okay, that's it. It happens, people do it, but that's where we want to increase our understanding. That is why our program is fully around not just practice of meditation, but increase our full understanding about spiritual science. So the more we understand that there is infinite to experience, there is so much to experience, and the more we grow, there's more to experience. Helping understanding our life's purpose, many things will help to bring a lot more clarity into why we want to continue. Because not just the problems, initially we come for a specific benefit. I saw those benefits. Many of Buddha's heroes also see those benefits. But then as our understanding increases, as we learn and be consistent, then we realize that that is a state of being that we want to be in. We stay, as Aditya ji mentioned, we just want to be in that state. So when you have that understanding, then you'll stick with the practice and you will continue because there's so much to learn. First 40 days, my only thing that I realized was I knew very, very, very little. I absolutely had no knowledge, so much more to learn. So, and that is why we continue to give this knowledge and wisdom so that we continue to grow. right? And many Buddha CEOs like Priyanka here, they don't end with one 40-day program. They continue because there's so much to knowledge, because life becomes more meaningful. What we spend time here, I mean, I gain much more. Like Aditya ji said, your sleep, the need for sleep becomes less as you continue. So you don't lose. In fact, you gain much more. Then you use that opportunity to go within yourself more and more. Okay.
Mangala ma'am is asking here, how long a beginner should meditate daily?
We recommend 1 minute of your age. Again, with a simple common sense understanding, because the older you are, more programming that we have conditioned ourselves with. Our subconscious is with a lot of condition. So you want to spend more time in that emptiness as much as you want to give an opportunity to be in that emptiness, so that you cleanse yourself more and more. So that's a simple understanding, but start with at least 30 minutes every day. We do 40 minutes, which is good enough for most of us. Unless you really are looking to heal something and it is something strong that you want to do, then recommend longer. Yes, Inchara madam.
Sir, namaste, sir. Sir, I have been meditating since last September 2024. It's been an year now. But sometimes I go deep. Sometimes, there'll be thoughts. I now I thoughts are less. It's not like earlier. But nowadays, I feel like I'm getting dreams in this meditation. I feel like I might have slept. I know, like I try to be awareful. I'm falling asleep. Maybe I don't know, because I try to wake up early in the morning. Other time, in the day, I don't get a time for meditating in the day. So early in the morning, I try to meditate. I'm falling asleep. Sometimes I get dreams. Can they eat all the donuts? Yes. Okay. So, and I also want to read more books, but yeah, I'm not. I'm not able to do that. I for to complete one book also, like I take lot of time. I know. Yeah, to do, like I have lot of things in mind, but I'm not able to do any of it completely. But I have been meditating since long. Since it's 1 year. Yeah, I told you. Every day at least 1.5 hour, 2 hours. Um, I don't know what is. I'm not finding the changes, much changes outside me, but the way I think, the way the inside, I'm changing bit by bit. Not like somebody are they give examples, the transformations. I'm not seeing that. I know, maybe my stage or my level of understanding, it's different. So, what do you say about, like, how can I improve my quality of meditation?
We don't judge based on quality of meditation. Is your food, maybe you've been cooking for 10 years,
Mm, mm.
but will your tomorrow's meal the same as last 10 years? Isn't it
No.
sometimes you might, little more salt or little this one, or it could be, something different. Isn't it possible?
Yeah. Every day it's different.
Every day is different. Our meditation experiences are different. What is right for us is coming to us on that day. We
Okay.
don't analyze our meditation experiences. Of course, the only thing that we do is increase our understanding. We want to be learning more.
Mm.
to that extent, we have to increase our willpower. Say, I want to learn more. Maybe, if not reading, listening. Listen to more audiobooks or read. And take an effort to start becoming consistent with reading. Because the way to change our outside is to change from inside. When we say change our inside, it is to reprogram ourselves. If you don't reprogram ourselves, then we continue to create the same experience for ourselves. If I continue to believe that somebody is responsible for my situation, then we accept others' control over me. So that is what we continue to create. And there'll be somebody who will come and say, hey, do this, do that. But if our belief changes and if that understanding changes that my thoughts and feelings are creating my reality, and you take control. So the increase in understanding is very, very important. So that is why we say, when meditation will give benefits. Are you feeling happy? Are you feeling energetic end of the day? Are you finding joy in some things? Why are you staying with this practice? I'm sure there will be some benefits that you're seeing.
Yeah, to be in the present. My mind was wandering, the anxiety or fear. So I wanted to be in the present. That's why I started.
Are you finding that?
Yeah.
So then how can you say there's no transformation?
Means they say like I don't manifest, but the big transformations, like they say, the
What is the
health.
big transformation? For me, the biggest transformation was me not worrying about the past or the future. Being in the present moment was a big deal because there's so much of fear.
Yeah.
So we have to increase our understanding, madam.
Yeah.
Big transformation is something is if my day-to-day life is getting better.
Okay.
If very simple, if I'm able to get up when I want to, instead of having to worry, okay, today what is my day going to be like? That's a huge win. If I'm not anxious, my sister who's a physician, she would say, you have to reduce your stress. And I didn't know how. Said all your conditions, yeah, this one is because you are going through a lot of stress. And I didn't know how to bring down my stress. Now, if my stress is down and I'm all that conditions now I realize is gone down because of my being out of stress. What else do I need? Of course, there's a bigger transformation. Of course, there's many things to experience, but that is where the journey starts, and that's where our understanding has to go. The moment I read Conversation with God, so many questions in my mind got answered.
Okay.
There was so much clarity in me when I read that book. Because my intellect, so we call this five bodies again. It's all about increase our understanding. The moment I understood, my mind was so clear.
Yeah, I also wanted to ask you, like, reading book or listening, like both have the same effect. Like if you say you feel the author's energy when you read the book, the physical book. This is,
It's better to listen than not reading or not listening. It's important is you have to gain knowledge. Of course, if reading is a challenge, do what works for you. Don't try
okay.
to fit something that doesn't work for you. Okay?
Yes, sir. Okay, I'll work on it.
All right.
Yeah, thank you.
Until I heard somebody say that they healed their migraine, I hadn't even observed that migraine was gone. So many times we don't realize our transformation until we start listening to others. That's why we keep asking people to share, because it helps many. We start observing, oh, I'm going through that too. You can start contemplating on some things, and then you'll realize there are many changes that's happening.
Yes, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Because the way I was thinking earlier, and now those things I noticed, but huge transformation. Maybe it needs more understanding, as said. I will listen to audiobooks. That works for me, but I was trying hard to read. We'll see.
We become a
Thank you,
lot
sir.
more effortless. We want to be doing, we don't have to get stuck with one. Again, that's another belief that we carry. Right? So be open. Say in reading books or reading digital books or listening to books. The key is that you do, and then you do. I mean, we take up wisdom in all different ways.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. I will work on it. I'll let you know later.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So thank you, friends. I know we went way past our time, but great interaction. We'll meet back again tomorrow.
Thank you. I want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 'Cause I'm so grateful. So grateful. Oh, grateful. I'm so grateful. So I want to say thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day.
Thank you everyone for joining. Let us all meet in the tomorrow's session.